Hi, how are you? Welcome to what do you call uh, Joyful Caregiving Challenge. It's Lily Leon here. I'm sharing with you. I'm gonna be sending some last minutes what do you call messages to people so they can join us, and you can let me know from where you are chiming in. Just let me know. I would love to hear from you and get to know you a little bit. Yes. I hope you guys had a great day today. And today it is an exciting day for me because this is my first challenge. I kick fear in the face. I said I no longer want to be afraid of anything. Um, anything about sharing, about caregiving to your elderly parents. So today, why I'm sharing this. You can leave me the comment section below. You can let me know if you are here. You can type in the chat and let me know where you are from, and I will answer you. You have to give permission to StreamYard, so StreamYard will allow you to comment. And now I'm looking at my phone to see if someone is commenting. Yes, so I am expecting to have, I mean, you are here and I'm so excited. And why, what is joyful caregiving? I will tell you that caregiving for someone who is elderly and with dementia, a lot of times you run into a place where you're not joyful. I have to be, I have to say that to you. If you are new to caregiving, sometimes you even find yourself that you are pulling off your hair. Like I kind of was. So let me just share a little bit about myself. You have to forgive me. We have a lot of noises in here, but I know that in every place that you are, whatever place you are, it is like that. Yeah, you can let me know about that. So let me look at my notes that I have prepared. And my mom is here. Let me just share a little bit about myself, right? What is joyful caregiving? Like I said to you, a lot of times we don't we don't have joy. I mean, we run out of joy. But actually, you can draw from joy from God. But a lot of times, even for myself, I forget to do that. And that's something that we're in the learning process to learn to trust more on God in what we do, caregiving for our parents with dementia. And they are things that we learn of. And another point about this is that a lot of times we're running out of joyful moments because sometimes we doubt ourselves. We don't believe that we're doing the right thing, and uh, yes, that we're not doing the right thing. Yeah, we're not doing the right thing, and we doubt ourselves, and we just don't know if we should trust in our process. Yes, in everything that you do in life, it is a process. The process of learning to take care of your parents. That's a process, and that process might not take you one day or a few days. It can take you from months to years to be able to yeah, it can take you a long time to really find your balance, and you're constantly learning because your parents, they change, even you change, and sometimes you have to give that flexibility into learning and applying yourself and applying God's word, of course. Not without saying that that will not be an easy way for that to happen, but it is. It can be worked in little by little. I'm not saying that you're gonna get that overnight. Of course not. You're not gonna get that overnight. So I I didn't really share who I am. I need to share who I am. I think I did share it before. Yes. And again, my name is Lily Leon. I am very excited to help new caregivers, new family caregivers with elderly parents with dementia to have I mean, to be happy, to take care of your parents, to be joyful. That's all about without burnout. Yes, I don't know about you. It has been quite a ride. I have been taking care of people with dementia for over 10 years. How did that start it out? Well, I have, yes, 10 years. I did 5 years helping my friends who just wanted me to go and help their parents. They were in the, yeah, they were with dementia, and my friends were nurses and doctors who simply wanted to have a friend to keep company to their parents. And that's what I did. I did that for 5 years. And the remaining of the 5 years, it's 10 years total. So 5 years of that, then I came back and I'm taking care of my mom. And it has been 5 years too. So the people that I worked before, they have dementia, and my mom also have dementia. I would say that over the years, it has not been easy. I would say not. Why I started this challenge and why I started to wanting to help other new family caregivers. I wanted to do that because I remember myself. I I remember myself where I was praying to God, asking Him about to prepare me to take care of my parents. And He did. He answered my prayers. Actually, He sent me my friends, and they asked me to take care of their parents with dementia. And that's how He answered my prayers. And but the next thing I will tell you that I started this because I was never fully prepared. You are never fully prepared for this, to take care of your parents. For more information that you have, even if you even have experience before or no experience at all, you will never have, what do you say? You will never fully be prepared for the situation because each and every person is different. Your parent is different from you. I am different from you. My mom is different from me. You never fully prepare because there are so many things that plays into a relationship. How you how is your relationship with your parent? How is your past relationship? Hi, Gina. Thank you. Yes, how is your past relationship with your parent? You know, I started this because you are never fully prepared, for more prepared that you want to be. And that was my prayer to God, that I wanted Him to prepare me to take care of my parents. And in the process, I was in a complete shock because I was not living with my parents. Actually, I came back in a place where my dad just passed away and I was still grieving and my mom was still grieving. And it was a complete shock. A complete shock. The next thing I'm gonna share with you is really, really something that it hurt me a lot when I heard it from my mom. When you first come into your parents, they're in shock, and so do you. You both in shock. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to what to say, how to how to get things going. And at first, my mom was in a place where she was very depressed, and she didn't want me to come back. She even told me not to come back. I wish you didn't come. I wish you didn't leave what you leave, the things that you left behind to come here. I don't want you. And that was very hurtful. And I was in so much shock. I was paralyzed by that. And that's not something that you're prepared to hear from your parents, because I see my mom as my hero, as the person who is strong. I wanted always be to her daughter, and be able to have her to give me guidance, and and tell me and guide me about what to do. But I am an adult. But as an adult, and you come to your parents, and when they don't want help, they don't want to take care of themselves, it is a very tough place to be. And you don't want them to be in that situation where they don't want care. You don't want that for them. Actually, you are heartbroken. I was so heartbroken when I heard those words from my mom. I didn't want her to reject me. And yes, you will have rejection from your parents. And that will take even from days to months to years. I don't know. And that happened to me. But you don't have to be dwelling and living like that for too long. And thank you, Gina. Yes, I just look at the screen and I see your chat. Yes, because I'm looking at the camera, I cannot see what you're writing, but I look away. Sure, no problem. You will have the replay if you could not be here, and yes, you can do that. Go ahead, don't feel bad about it, and I will just keep sharing in here. Have a blessed day, Gina, and come back here later on. So from that, I would say that it it took me a long time. It took me a long time to discover the things that I was doing, what really helped her or didn't help my mom, and the things that needed to be taken care of, what things needed to be done priority. That's something that a new family caregiver had to come into place. And I'm gonna be having a PDF where you can fill out the questions about, first of all, what do you need help the most as a new family caregiver? What are you expecting from your your taking care of your parents, your caregiver season right now? And besides, not only that, what are the what are things that your parents are doing that is stopping you from fully caring for them in a more powerful way? And yeah, how you can make it better? How can you help take care of your parents and be happy about it? That's something that those are some questions that we need to ask ourselves. I know I'm going a little fast, but those are things that I'm asking of you what is your journey about your caregiving. Are you are you just few months or a year or a few years? I really don't know. I don't know how is your caregiving situation with your parent, and how far advanced with your parent in what in their condition. Yes, so that, and yeah, I already shared you my why I started with this. And yeah, it will be very helpful to be able to look back and sit back to see this and look at where you are going through. I'm not saying that this will be easy. I know it is not easy, not at all. Sharing it, sometimes I find healing in sharing about what is happening with I mean, with caregiving. And this caregiving journey is so often you find yourself to be so alone. And you can, some of you might have like family members helping you, but for in my case, I'm all alone. But for some of you, if and I know a lot of people who are alone doing this, you can do it. You can do it. You can do this. Help your parent, take care of your parent, and also be able to be happy, because our happiness, it is not centered in ourselves. We can draw our happiness when we know that we are serving the living God. I don't want to come here and sound too preachy about it, but I'm preaching at myself. I know that there has been moments in my life where I was not joyful. There were moments, and throughout the days I can choose to go from being joyful and happy, or just drowning myself in frustration, in confusion, in fear, in overwhelm. But you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to go through that route. Yes, so there is so many reasons in which I am here about. I'm here to share with you about why you should be joyful, why we should be um, happy about taking care of your parents. It is something that you will not regret. Actually, it will give you peace of mind that you have done this for them. You will have peace of mind that you did all that the Lord has wanted you to do, and you did it, and you serve God in a way where I'm not saying that you will be perfect. You just did your best in your ability, in the ability that God gave you. And if there will be some times where you're gonna be pressed down with all the different things, yes, you will. You will. But that doesn't mean that you don't have. That doesn't mean that you can go through this alone. You can find communities. First, you have to draw closer to God. I I implore you to that. Not only by just, how do you say, not only just by saying yes, I know but not only knowing by head, but also by your heart, that you know that you have that relationship with him and that you have that strength from him. And sometimes you might feel that you don't have that strength. It is okay. It is okay not to have all the answers. And for that, you have different people that can really help you through that and share with you about, about how to go about things with your journey. You don't have to be alone in your journey. You can find communities, group, where there are other family caregivers, and you can share about what is happening and how it is helping. I mean, you can you can help each other to know that they are not alone in this journey, that you are not alone in doing this, that you are having a community in this. That's why I wanted to do this, because community is something very important. Before I found some communities to be a part of, I was completely lost. I would say that I didn't know what to do. And there were just some times that I just needed to hear other people and hear other people about what their journey is, and knowing that some other people have some challenges tougher than mine actually makes me not feel so bad about my own journey. And when you can be able to communicate and embrace others and be a blessing to others, actually, it is a place where you start healing. Yes, you can find healing, and it is not something so far away that you cannot get that. And now I have this in here, and I do want you to let me know about what are your expectations, why you started your caregiving um, journey with your family, why you, if you have help or no help at all. And also, if you have a church family, you can also go there, and that also helps. But then if you don't find someone who are going through the same situation, then sometimes you find yourself that, yes, God's word helped me. And but since I am not with people who are the same situation like me, like the same situation like you in your caregiving journey, you might find that you're still kind of feeling alone. And yes, sometimes that can happen. But you can find some place where you don't have to be alone, where you can have community, where you can have what do you call, where you can have that sense of helping with each other. I do want to apologize because in here you will hear everything, because I live in a major highway, and in here people usually use what do you call, the car thing. Let me just close the door. Hold on. So I now I close the door for, but still it's very loud. Just let's wait a little bit. I'm so sorry. I do want to apologize. Yes, this is from my home. This is a one bedroom apartment. I'm not doing very fancy stuff. And yes, I don't have so much soundproofing treatment, I would say. And it is just me. And also they have construction next door. Yes. So it is what it is. And but I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you are here with me because you could have been in another places instead of being here. I do want to ask you why why you're here. Why did you want to join my group? And you can go live if you want to share about your testimony. Share you can share your journey. Yes, but I ask you not to go too long. Um, maybe 3 minutes. And if you don't like to go live, you can also post a post as well. Another thing is, well, you can also let me know about what are your most pressing problems that you have right now. I will say that for a long time for me, it has been it has been me getting out of my way and just come and share what I learned about caregiving to my mom. That has been one of the biggest hurdle that I have to do, and here I am and sharing with you. It has not been easy, I would say that. And this is my first time sharing in a challenge. I have been doing some Facebook Live. Yes, I started to share a little bit at a time, and it is not quite the same to do your own challenge and be here and be teaching. So I would I will share from you. We'll share with you from yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna read something and let me check. Just give me 1 second. Someone is writing to me, and I will be checking that out. Oh, I have another request. Yeah, so I'm here and another request, and yes, so I'm just gonna read to you from my Bible. Let me look for it. Today was a little bit busy for me. I was into another another thing, and yeah, another thing is about when you are in this caregiving season, it is to it is to talk with your family members about what are you going to do in this caregiving time, and talk it out. Talk about what are the different things, rotation that you will have with your family members, what if you're gonna be rotating from one time, have a schedule, be organized about this. Talk about in advance about with your family members how to divide the work, and rotating, like I said before, rotating the turn to take care of your parent. And yeah, you can write that down. How you talk to them, how you I know talking to your family member, it is not the easiest thing. It is actually very hard. Actually, when I was talking to my sister, actually I got with her in an argument. It is not pretty. I'm not very proud of it. Yeah, I'm not very proud about it. It is something very difficult to do. And just talk to your siblings, your boundaries, your limitations, what what type of care can you give up to, and you have to talk to your parents about that as well. How much are you willing to be stepping up to the plate? How much time you are available to devote to taking care of them, and how can you do it, and in the way that you're gonna provide that care. All of that, it has to be talked about. The worst thing is not to talk about it and then you end up doing everything all by yourself. And when you end up doing that, then you become burnout, not joyful, I would say. And that happened to me. I became like that. Yes, I know that you don't have to be in a place of burnout. You can take some time, even few minutes a day, just to step out of the house and just be by yourself. Even just go for a walk. That's even a good thing to do. At first, I didn't really do that, and it was not good. Actually, it was very harmful for myself. Notice that, and sometimes your parents don't help it, especially if they have dementia. Sometimes they will get paranoid that you're gonna leave, and sometimes they think that you're gonna get in danger, or they get paranoid that something will happen to you. All kinds of things will go into their mind, and you will be surprised about it. But yes, so let me share with you a scripture with you. Yeah, something that I read from the caregiving season. Yeah, so I'm gonna just read it. I just forgot. I got here talking to you about it, and I forgot to go into it. So let me just go and load to my Bible. Yeah, so let me, yes, here it is. First Peter 4:11. I forgot. First Peter 4:11. That's the place I want to go. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of, huh? First, First Peter 4:11. I'm sorry. I don't think that's the right passage. Uh, First Peter 4:11. Well, I'm gonna read it from this. Let me just. This is a little bit. Okay. I'm sorry. That's not the. Yes, it is. I'm so sorry. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracle of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Yeah, in here the author he's sharing about um, if I have the ability to do anything, it is because of God, and that's something that I have to remember. And you can remember as well. If you have the strength to do things, it's because of Him. It is nothing because I am special or anything like that. We are all equipped to serve. And also, I would like to go to, let me just share my favorite verse. Yes, I'm going to share my favorite verse to you. Proverbs, Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Yeah, I even read verse 7. But basically, when you find yourself in a place where you don't know where you are going, it's okay. When you pray and earnestly ask God, He will show you the way. I can I can share that with you, and He will not disappoint you. He will always show you the way, always. And you will know that you are not alone. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like you are surrounded with others when you are back in your taking care of your parent routine and doing things. I know, and that happens even for me. But I will say to you that once you see that that sometimes you have to get used to your parents and knowing that sometimes your parents don't want to do things, but they do it because they there are something in there that um, how can I put it? Like sometimes you have to see it as a person who will have to come to a place that you are serving your parent. So in the beginning, you will be very enthusiastic to serve, and sometimes after a while, you might feel like I don't know what I'm getting into. I would like to not to continue, and that is also something that happens to a lot of people. They will get into taking care of their parents. They don't know what they're doing, and they just want to quit. But I will tell you that you don't have to quit. You might not be medically trained, but God has given you also guidance as well, and He will bring it in a form as a group, a group of people, community where other people are also facing the same caregiving situation or something like that, and also what do you call and yeah, there are ways to face that with your parents and be able to be a blessing to them without coming off as a controlling daughter. Yes, my mom has said to me that sometimes that I am very controlling. Yes, you can take care of your parents without being controlling. You can give them the respect and dignity that they deserve to make their own choices and decisions, and also you helping them the best that you can. Yes, it is something where sometimes you don't even know how to begin with because there is so much happening. There are so much situations and problems and challenges that you are facing once you came back and to have to take care and help your parent like it was in my case. I was not living with my mom, and when I had to come back to take care of her, I was facing with a lot of problems. But I do want to say that by God's grace, He was able to get me through, and I was able to get those things taken care of. You will say, I was saying that in the process of just going on that, you grow. You grow not just a little bit, you grow a lot. Why would you be in here in this community? Well, in here, I do want you to challenge yourself, to take one day at a time as you take care of your parent. It is a day by day journey, and you don't have to be overwhelmed by it. You just have to take one step at a time. And also, you have to know that you have to give some time to your parent and don't try to force things onto them, even though if they are good. Because I know that before I used to ask my mom to go out for a walk it was the wrong time to ask her because she was she was still mourning my dad. She didn't want to go out. She didn't want to see people. So I stopped that. I stopped being bugging her about going out. And you know what? The next thing I knew, after praying for her and serving her, yeah, sometimes we say that we serve our parents and not, and your parents still ungrateful, but you don't have to stay there. Know that whatever you do it unto the Lord, He will He will reward you for it. So we're not doing this for our own pat in the back or being recognized by other people. But we want to do this of taking care of our parents. I mean, for you to take care of your parents because you love them. I met so many caregivers that they say that they love their parent and they will they will not want to not being there for them and doing it again. And some of them they said that if they had the opportunity to do it over, they would do it again. And that's something to say that a lot of the caregivers, like you, are givers. Not only givers of your time, not only givers of your resources, of what you have. Not only you are givers of your service to your parent, not only are you not only you are the person who will take a stand and be an advocate for your parents. Yes, you are not only all those things, but it is because you love your parent that you're doing this. I'm not sure if I'm getting this right with you. I know this is a hard talk. So the first strategy that I ask you is that you will discover five strategy. The first strategy is that to take one day at a time. That's the first strategy out of all. Take one day at a time as a new caregiver, and I know that you will find joy. It is a lot easier to say than be done. You will say, Lily, I know that. I live that every day. I know that it is not easy to live joyful and caregiving in a joyful manner. Actually, you find that it is sometimes you just don't want to even see people. I get that. I get that. Me too. I have been in your shoes. I know how is that like. But that doesn't mean that you cannot have some wins in your life. So out of all the things that I talked to you about, your number one strategy for today is take one day at a time. That will be that my center line. Take one day at a time. Take one day at a time in taking care of your parents. Take one day at a time to go step outside of the house just for 20 minutes, a few minutes, and then you can come back. That will not hurt your parents. Actually, it will help them to be less upset. If they got upset, just leave the house for a little bit, and when you come back, you will find them a lot more relaxed and a more, yeah, more relaxed. And not only that, they will be more pleasant to talk to. And that happens to me. It was yesterday. Well, it wasn't yesterday, it was today. I went out. I told my mom that I was gonna go out. I had to do errands today. As I was doing errands and running and shopping for the things that we we didn't have in the house, actually it was good for me because I can take some time for myself and be by myself and with God and be able to have some time to talk to Him and be in prayer and meditating. It is all good for you. You don't have to be 24/7 with your parents. And sometimes if you need to go out just for a few minutes, just do it. It will do you so much good. So much good, so much good. You don't you don't imagine how good is that. I know this is a long day, and I thank you for watching this video. When you are here, it has been such a exciting day for me. You can you can give me feedback and comments about what would you like to know before you started your caregiving experience. I will have it on a PDF. You can fill it out. But yes, you can think about that. About what would you have liked to do or have known before you started your caregiving journey. We're all in a journey. Yes, we are all in a journey of taking care of our parents, finding out and discovering again, being with them. Because just because you were with them before, you don't remember them. Um, I mean, you don't remember all their routines, all the things that needs to be done for them or with them. Like for my mom, she's highly functional, and I will share this with you. She is sewing today. She's over there. She's not watching what do you call her tablet, and she's busy there just sewing. She wanted to make some like a sack for us. Yes, like when you do things. She's sewing her little sack. She's very entertained. I mean, before she used to have difficulties in doing that. She couldn't really see well, but now she is doing a little bit much better. Another thing is that if your parents are able, let them be as much independent as possible. When you do that, they can do things for themselves. Just don't think that they need your help in everything. They can do things for themselves, and that's healthy. It is healthy for your parent to do something for themselves instead of you just doing everything for them. You don't have to. Just let them do that. And I can share you that it will be good for them. It will be good for them to be able to do that and be productive. Because when they are not productive, it is not it is not good for them. I will say that it is not good for them because if they sit there all day long, they will slip away a lot faster. That's my experience in dealing with people, I mean, dealing with persons with dementia. When you just, when someone says that you don't make them do things, but actually they can do things, and let them remain as independent as possible. Sometimes they might need a little bit a little bit of help from you, but you don't have to take it away from them. I hope that you guys are enjoying what I'm sharing. You can feel free to let me know, and what would you like to learn more as a caregiver? What are what are the things that you want to learn more? What would you like to know beforehand, that you had like to know beforehand before you taking care of your parent? I know that what I'm asking you, it is something a little bit too much, too much to dig in, but I'm sure that you need that. You need to have those questions answers, and knowing what to do, and if there is anything that I can help you with, just let me know. Let me know your most pressing problem right now. I know some of you have asked me to speak slowly. I hope this is slow enough. If it's not slow enough, you can go back and listen from the beginning, and you can even download an app to help it to to listen to it a lot faster. Mm, what I can say to you that you never find to be, I mean, you can never find to be yourself, to be in a place where you arrive. Because even for me, even though I have 10 years caregiving for my mom, I'm still learning. When you stop learning, you won't grow. I'm still learning how to take care of my mom. And sometimes I hear from other family caregivers who are more experienced than me, and they have situations that are a lot challenging than mine. Actually, I learn about how to go about it, but sometimes I can tell you that you don't always apply what you learn. What my goal is for you is to apply what you can, and apply what is concerning your situation, and how you would like to see that unfolded. That's up to you. That's not up to me. Well, it has been such a great time here talking to you. I've been enjoying it. I can't wait to talk to you. I will leave the PDF in the post in the video, and you can fill it out, and you can post it in the group. What are your strategies? What are your questions, your concerns? You can write it out. Sometimes we need to write it out. When we don't write down things, doesn't doesn't really help us. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless. Bye.